217.
Issue with crime. Menus sponsored by
Driving down the road at night.
Hello, everybody. I know I'm late. I am so sorry. I really tried to get whatever I had wrong with my antenna fixed before we could go live. Let's get off the crappy camera. There we go. Let's go. Ooh, lighting is ugly today. Maybe it's just me. There we go. It's better. Hello, everybody. Where are you? You're right there.
Heating and air conditioning systems.
This has been one hell of a bad evening. Thanks, Lloyd, for that. Yeah, I recut that yesterday, last night. I'm looking there. I'm looking here. Camera's here. I recut that last night. Added a little bit of meat to the intro there. So yeah, I'm really sorry that we started late tonight. A lot of things happened. Some of it's out of my control. Some of it is in my control. You know that old adage, if it ain't broke, don't fix it? Well, I am a tinkerer. So I thought, okay, by moving the long wire antenna that I have, and it's got to be over 100 feet. I know I always say 100 feet, but that's just a ballpark estimate. It's got to be 130-ish feet, 140 feet back in the property there. And my property's all woods. If you could see during the daytime, directly behind me right now, or directly behind the camera, there's woods that go on for 1/10 of a mile back there. And there we go, it's more centered. There's woods that go on there for 1/10 of a mile before you hit other houses, and it's all very thick Minnesota woods. There's like buckthorn and all kinds of tripping hazards and things back there. So I laid out it's a speaker wire, 16 gauge, or not 16, it's 18 probably. Anyway, it went northwest the last time we had this live stream. It went northwest. I figured, okay, I got all the stations I can get from the northwest. What would happen if I flipped it to the southwest? Well, I found out overnight that WCCO right here on the SDR, WCCO is a pest. Whoa. WCCO is a monster because it's 2 miles away. So where I have it now, I can kind of null WCCO. I had to move the antenna back, basically. I moved it back because the recording this morning was totally smashed by WCCO. Tonight, something is going on. I went to start this stream. I went to get everything ready. I went to try the SDR about half an hour ago, maybe an hour, before, because I was supposed to start at 55 after, right? Well, there's nothing there. There's very little. The locals were there. Signals were crap. So I'm like, shit. Pardon my French. I was like, shit. I have got to do a show, and my radio's not working. So I'm frantically going back and forth between here and outside and trying to fix what was wrong. Turns out it was a stupid connection with my little Ballon 1 thing for my old SDR. It's a ground connection that was loose. And I don't know how that happened, but sometime between this morning and this afternoon, that got loose. But anyway, on top of that, I was like, wait a minute, the signals are suppressed. The band is really crappy tonight. And you guys have noticed that. I've noticed a couple of people, yeah, I saw that. A couple of people are saying the band is trash. Like, I believe Bill in Michigan said that the band sounds like poop. It does here too. And it's not just my SDR. So we're not gonna be on long tonight, maybe half an hour. So I wanted to get in here because I wanted to do this, and trust me, I really wanted to go live and do a full show, but the band is just not cooperating with us tonight. So we're not gonna be on long, and I really apologize. It's not my fault. It's Mother Nature. I'll show you why here in a minute. We'll talk about it. We'll talk a little bit about why the band is crappy tonight. I think some of you might have had an idea if you're in the northern latitudes. Those of you in the south are like, well, it's not crappy here. Yeah, you guys are lucky. So, yeah. So let's get going. I know the frequency of the week is 9:30. And I'm grateful for that because we have a lot of stations we could potentially get there. Most of the time it's WFAT from Battle Creek, Michigan, which Lloyd I saw got last night. In fact, we were all helping him trying to figure out if it was the Beatles. All You Need Is Love. Yes, it was WFAT, and I have a contact who works at the Midwest Communications in Michigan. He can pull up their logs, and indeed they did play All You Need Is Love. So welcome everybody. My name's Justin. I have an RSP2 Pro. Normally that works very well, but tonight's not working as well. In fact, you can hear noise on WCCO, which is weird. WCCO's got some like kind of noise to it. We're not going to spend a lot of time on 9:30 because there's not much there. I was hoping by the time that we went live that the band would be a little woken up, but alas, the weather conditions have made it so that's not going to happen tonight. Like I said, we're going to only stay live for about half an hour. I'm really sorry. I wanted to do a longer show. Tonight's show is brought to you by Stone Brewery, unofficially. The Tangerine Express Hazy IPA. Really good IPA. I'm a fan of IPAs. I don't know why. I just like IPAs. I like trying things, and if you use the Untapped app on your phone, I keep track of beers that I've had. I've checked in well over 100 beers. So, Untapped. Look that up in the App Store on your phone. So we're going to check out the frequency of the week really quick. I'm not going to stay on there because I know that I can see right here on the SDR that the band is not very good.
I mean, I'm in a similar
Still.
cost of living situation.
Well, we got something neat there. It's a little better than it was. Also, on top of having problems with the SDR, my antenna was acting up since I moved it last night. There was a couple loose connections, and I checked everything, including the ground, but that stupid balun in my window here was the main culprit. Like I said, a lot of noise tonight, and I have to have the RF gain up tonight. You can't see it because the window's not available to you guys, but there is an RF gain window on the far left of the screen that you can toggle. And if I go a little farther, it goes overload. But right now, we're at the highest we can go before all hell breaks loose. There is nothing there. I mean, and check this out. Check this out. All right, hey, I'm on my live stream. Hey! Oops, you're looking at behind the scenes. This is not confined to my SDR. This is not just my SDR that's having the problem. This is everywhere. This is a local SDR here in Roseville. Look at this. Look at this mess. Yeah, and I get that it's still a little bit early. And then look at there's sidebands right there from WFAA. No, that's not sidebands. That's just 920. Here, let's meet my SDR, and go check out this audio from this one, from the Roseville SDR. See, even he's having a tad bit of an issue tonight hearing stuff on 930. So it's not just confined to my SDR. This is a local one in Roseville. He's having issues as well. I know there's some stations in there, and we can try to use this one while we're at it to check out what's what. But you guys are going to see what I'm doing, how I do this. And I know radio locator's a kind of a rough source for some of you. Some of you have a sore spot for it, but I love it. I love radio locator. Go in here, take it, put in your frequency, sort by format. I bet you this is WFAT. Pull up their screen. Well, maybe. Canned heat. Let's see if we can hear that. I like using SAS mode on this SDR because it makes the audio so much wider. Maybe let's do upper sideband. Yeah, we are getting a lot of aurora, and I'll explain that for a little bit. That's part of the reason why the band is so crappy tonight. Hey Bill, hey Rick, hey Keegan. I see Lloyd's in here, of course, David. Giving you guys shout outs as you come in here. There's probably some other silent viewers. You know who you are. I don't hear WFAT in there. On occasion we can hear Marco's in here as well. Yeah, you guys can probably hear the south a lot better tonight. See, the problem is my wire is aimed right north. Northwest, northwest. So that's one of the issues that I'm having tonight with the noise, is that my wire is aiming north. We're back on my SDR right now. And I might go longer. I'm just saying half an hour's ballpark for this broadcast because I've had so many dang problems and I'm late. I realize that I'm late. Welcome you guys. I'm sorry. There's some things that were out of my control. If you're just joining, I had some antenna problems. Plus, we have some noise. If you follow me on Twitter, UB Studios, I was keeping you guys pretty much up to date as to what was going on. I was trying to say, we're going to cancel. No. We press on. How's that? Even if the conditions are crappy, we press on. And a word of warning, I might swear on this stream, so I hope you guys are fine with that.
So,
let's get off at 9:30. There's nothing there. You can see the top half of the band is much better. Well, not much, but somewhat better. I guess we could focus on graveyarders tonight if that seems like a good idea. I don't know. Where should we go now that the band is suppressed? Like, you guys let me know in the chat, and I will go where you want me to go. I don't think I'm going to even record tomorrow morning. If the band's going to be this suppressed, I'm not going to record. And it's hard for me to get stuff from the south with the wire being north. Well, WCMP is not working. The Red Rabbit! KDIO.
KDIO.
KDIO. Is this the same song? Because that would be amazing to hear Orton go. No, that's a female singer. Third grade? That song's going to be in my head now. This is embarrassing. I hope you guys can forgive me for being a dork. Ooh, there's a bug in here. There's like a beetle that came in here because of the light. Let's see if we can get out of the way.
Feeling but 100% real. Plan your dream trip.
Okay, so this is something that's not in Minnesota, as far as I can tell. Wasn't K-Check. God, that would be wonderful if we could hear Illinois or Oklahoma on this frequency. Who is playing this song? All you guys out there in DX land, if you can get it before I get it, you're awesome. You probably know the names of the songs more than I do. I can't. Country's not a great format for me to know. I'm checking everything I can think of for country. Paul or Ringo? I always liked Paul. Although Ringo and I share something in common. We're both drummers. I played drums in high school. I cannot get the stream for Oklahoma working. Portage would be pop oldies. And if I keep looking down, it's because I'm looking at chat. I have it on my phone here. So if you missed the intro, you'll be able to see it when the video publishes after we're done here. I cut some actual movies that deal with radio into the intro. And that was an idea I had Friday afternoon coming home from work. I was like, that would be so cool. always wanted to like include movies that deal with radio, because it kind of like gets us into the mood. Like, hey, we're going to be listening to the radio tonight. I'm trying really hard to figure out who this is. I really hope I don't get a copyright strike for this. It's too like noisy for it to really count.
Love our truck drivers around here. Oh, I just can't tell you how much I...
Okay, so that was the Oklahoma station. Man, it's noisy tonight. Got a female singer now. I know I look terrible with the lighting. You guys are gonna have to deal with it. I'm not made for television. Oh, I know this song. God, who is this? It might be WCMP. I really don't want to risk a copyright strike with this. But if I get one, I get one. I'm not going to probably get a strike. I'll probably get a warning that says, hey, you can't monetize that video. YouTube is dumb like that. So, okay, while we're at it, if you guys can figure out who that country is. I will tell you a little bit about, I will show you some pictures as to why the band is so terrible right now. As soon as I get this loaded here. And the band is really bad. Like night and day from last night. Oklahoma with AK? Yeah. Pam Tillis, yeah. Okay, so let's check this out. We'll still be able to hear the audio, but watch this. Here's the aurora forecast right now. This is kind of why we have such lousy conditions here in the north. Yeah, I'm hoping it's not like as far south. I mean, look at that. It dips right down quite a bit. This is why we are having a lousy night tonight. God, who is this? WCMP? You got it? Okay. Wow, so this is local. This is semi-local. Alright, well, we just wasted some time on that. I can barely hear my local on 1330 because of the noise. And I'm guessing, I'm venturing to say this is on the same on my friend's SDR here. Let's see how his sounds. Yeah, a lot of noise. It's just, tonight's not a good night to DX. And I'm really sorry, this is out of my control. This is Mother Nature doing this. As far as I know, my wire is fine. It was working this afternoon. And I tried everything I could think of to try to fix it. I don't know what else to say about the bad interference, other than it happens. It's aurora. Stations to the north and everything else is suppressed, and stations to the south come in a lot better than normal. Unfortunately, my antenna is not geared for that. Maybe that's why my recording this morning was so terrible. That would explain it. See, even the graveyarders are not that great tonight. I thought something was wrong with the SDR. The RSP2, that would be terrible, because I just got this thing. Thanks to a generous contribution from Les Rayburn. I believe he's a member of the CPC, the guys who do the DX tests. Looking forward to some of those this year. Those will be awesome. Most of you on this chat know Les. He's down there in Alabama. I'm guessing 1390 would be St. Cloud then. If we're just stuck with semi-locals tonight, St. Cloud. Yeah, this is really bad. Really bad conditions tonight. Let me know if you guys want me to go somewhere on a particular channel. I mean, you can see the dial to your right, to my right. Here. You can see the dial and let me know. Just pick some frequency that's stronger, not KSDP, obviously.
And everything starts
warranted.
1440 is a local.
Shootings didn't merit the death penalty.
KYCR. 1400 is a local. And that was the last week's Frequency of the Week challenge. Today it's just my local. And normally I can't hear this at night, so that's the power of aurora aurora stuff. Normally in the mornings, KTOE is here on 1420 from Mankato. My brother actually just heard this a couple of days ago out in Sheridan, Wyoming. He heard KTOE.
In clean supplies, is it?
Of course, Peoria, Illinois is here on 1470.
Celebrate.
You need my local, Rick? Yeah.
And of course, they
Shouldn't be too difficult to pick out.
more of a ceremonial vote than anything else.
If you can hear KEYL from Long Prairie,
what the electorate has done in the popular vote.
you should be able to hear my
It's a
local.
way for
So,
the people
this
who
week, and this is
participated,
here we go with the story.
to go and
Some of you know this story, some of you don't. I hit 1,100 logs. 1,100. And I've been doing this since 2016 at this location. August of 2016 is when I started here. We moved here to the Twin Cities Metro, actually up in Blaine, which is about 2 or 3 miles from here. And I started DXing there with just regular radios. I had the Sony, which is over here. I had a couple of stereos. I had an S350, a Grundig S350 that I used there quite a bit. I have a Grundig G8 around here somewhere. It's in my bedroom, I think. So anyway, I've been using a variety of radios over the years. I gradually got an SDR, I think around 2018 or 2019. But I hit 1,100 this week, and the 1,100th log was WCHP from Champlin, New York, right on the Vermont border. That's as close to Vermont as I think I'm ever going to get. And that happened, would have been Thursday evening rather. So I was helping one of the people I work with at the Verizon store. I don't work at a Verizon store. I work with in healthcare. But anyway, I was helping them out at a Verizon store, and they were taking forever. Why does it take 2 hours to activate a phone? To create a phone, to get somebody a new phone? 2 hours. There were 2 people in front of us. So I got off a lot later than I normally get off. Just in time for sunset skip, which is perfect. So I'm driving along Interstate 94, and here, let me pull up a map, and I'll show you exactly where I was. Oh, I'm getting a text here. My cousin's watching from the Bay Area. Maps.google.com. And I'm sorry I'm droning on. You're probably thinking, oh, this is a boring story. Anyway, let me show you the map here. Okay, here's St. Paul, right? Downtown St. Paul. I was driving along 94, and I was listening to 760. I heard WJR, and I heard a preacher that sounded like Todd Knotts. He's like, if you've ever seen the 1990 TV show Doug, the animated show on Nickelodeon, the principal that's on that show, he sounded like that guy. Well, this is not right, but a little bit less, dramatic. I mean, it was dramatic, but not that much. Cat Wonderland, what? Anyway, so I was right about here, 280. Here's Minneapolis to the left, Hamlin, Midway, St. Paul to the right. Kind of a ghetto area down here. No offense to St. Paul. Anyway. I was right about in the middle of the screen here, and it was really strong, and I was calling my wife. I was like, get the stream up for KCCV Overland Park, Kansas. So she did, she didn't hear Overland Park, or she heard Overland Park, but it wasn't matching what I was hearing. It wasn't the Don Knotts-like preacher guy. You know, well, this is not the rule. So, come to find my friend that lives in Roseville, I texted them about it. I was like, who's this preacher guy? So he pulled up a stream, pulled up some religious streams, and heard WCHP New York, or Champlain, New York, rather. And sure enough, it was a match, 100%. Still on day power, 35,000 watts, pointing right at me. And I was right between Interstate 94, right down here at the bottom of the screen, and 36, Highway 36, right here near Lauderdale in the Twin Cities. So yeah, right, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you for participating, and blessed be the whatever. That was my 1100th log, so I never thought I would get this far. It feels surreal. You can hear the band kind of going down and up, down and up. It was really noisy there for a second. Now we're coming back up. You can see, I know it's been a second since we looked at the band here. We're coming up on the top of the hour, by the way. I don't have a top of the hour. I'm not that special. But we're coming up on the top of the hour. It's 1.5 minutes. So we'll turn up the audio here. I know this is 1470 from Peoria, probably. We'll do 1490. We'll find a frequency that's got something actually on it first. There we go. Nice graveyarder for you. Nothing there. Let's try the upper band.
System and applies prepared.
Okay, we're on 1550.
Big thanks to all of our sponsors, including Night Chevrolet Deal GMT, Casey's, MediaCom, County Market, Two-Fish Thousand Companies Bank, SIU Center for Family Medicine in Jacksonville,
Patron Saint of DXing.
County Health Partner, just to name a few. Everett Company that is
You guys are funny. God, we're losing the signals. Who's top of the hour?
Brought to you by Geico. Whether you rent or own, Geico makes it easy to bundle home and
We did not. It's so noisy tonight. I'm having no luck, like, ridiculous. You're at Southern Illinois University on 1550?
Texas, Mr. Trump talked about.
Even the expanded band is down. This is ridiculous amount of noise. We should have tried like my local 690 here, KFXM. Of course, WSM is on 650 here, or maybe not. Is this WSM? Are they doing Opry tonight? That might be what that is. Quick, somebody in the chat, tell me if, yeah. Yep. This is Opry.
This is the Grand Ole Opry presented by Humana.
At least we have one Southern station that's working.
We thank Johnny Cash's Bar and Barbecue in Durango Boots, along with the Tennessee State Museum for being a part of our family.
Well, I went over the time I said I was going to go. This is so ridiculous how bad the band is tonight. Who's that? Oh, this might be WXIG. WXIG's tower. Here's WXIG's tower. Here's St. Cloud, Minnesota. It's right there. WXYG is from Sauk Rapids. And I tell you what, I never hear them at night. So this is definitely auroral conditions. Sounds like Steely Dan. I don't think it's Steely Dan. It could be. But the band is so bad tonight. We're gonna probably call it a night at 9:15, guys. Just 9:15 Central.
Mitchell,
Just
over the lane, little hit.
not a good night to DX. And sometimes that happens, you know. I've been a DXer since I was a kid, and there are nights that are just bad like this. And I must have forgotten about Aurora. That's embarrassing. And you can call yourself a DXer. I'm a terrible DXer.
He began the ministry by bringing his ministry on this earth by
Hey, I called it right.
to earth and to restore the blessing to mankind.
This is WYLL from Chicago, by the way.
He was our elder brother. He was a servant. He had a servant's heart, and he taught us.
So, I really apologize, guys. This hasn't been like the greatest show in the world. Only Lloyd can do that. But I tried. We're late. We even started late. Ooh, there's something under 1160. Do you hear that?
Are we going to be on the side of this world
Music.
system, Mammon, or the Babylonian system that we know is going to
There's something under WYL.
be brought to naught? And everything in this world system is run by the enemy. And so we have to understand that
Who is
the
this?
enemy is not someone who is
I wonder if it's the station from Kansas City that always forgets to power down.
So who might be against our political associations or affiliations, or even someone who disagrees with our thinking or our positions that we're taking. The enemy is the devil. Satan
That kind of sounds like upbeat
we
music.
wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, powers, rulers of
Almost
darkness
like
in this world of spiritual wickedness in high places. And that's where the fight is. It's
hard
in
to
the
say.
spiritual realm.
It's so far down
we
there.
have to look at others who may not be in God's will, who may not be serving the Lord, or
is KSL hearing music
doing
right now?
things that's contrary to the word. We have to know that they need the Lord, and that we're
Let's look
here
up
to
some,
represent Him and to bring others to the kingdom of God who are not in the kingdom as yet, because God desires
KSL's hard to get
none
here.
be lost.
It's
He
mostly in the
desires
mornings
all men to be
that I
saved
hear it.
and to come into the knowledge of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And so it's up to us to take that stand. And we saw last time in Matthew, the 10th chapter.
Dream retirement you've always wanted. And now
KSL
you've been
is during
helping
a talk
people secure their
program.
financial futures for over 2
Confess me
decades.
before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. But whosoever shall
sounds like
deny me
music.
before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. And it goes on to say, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. And he says, further, for I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law.
No,
And
KSL's during a talk
man's own
program.
to be they of his own household. And we're talking about how
And the
they're
lighting
going to
is
be
terrible. God, I can
amazed,
see
they're going to be
myself in the light.
surprised when those that you raised up with, those with your
It's the
family, your
laptop that's
natural
doing it.
family members, will not understand your walk with the Lord. Don't be amazed. Don't try to convince them.
That sounds like music.
Show them by your actions who you serve. And, share the word of God with them when the time is appropriate, because the word says, he who wins souls is wise. And so we have to use wisdom and good judgment as we minister to our family
Looking
members
at stuff
and
from the
share the
south,
word of God. And
WKCM
it's more importantly that we show the
They're only
word, we demonstrate
55,000,
the word through
55
our
watts a
actions
night.
and our conduct and conversation. And let's look here at Matthew, the 5th chapter, and this is the blessed chapter where Jesus returned the blessing to earth through the Sermon on the Mount. 5th chapter,
Yeah, noise reduction helps a little bit.
Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Verse number 11, blessed are you when men shall revile you and persecute
I don't necessarily
you,
hear it.
and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. 12, rejoice
Try 800.
and be
Okay,
exceedingly
I can do
glad,
that.
for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were
Not going to promise anything.
Experience. To help you remember Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, it personalizes ad for Amber, who really was a boy band from the 90s. Hey girl,
I have heard Bonaire from here before.
Your home insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
I'm the heartthrob. The only thing I love more than you is fame. And I'm never going to
You can see just how much of a mess WCCO creates here.
At libertymutual.com.
Broadcasting from the Red House that plays real country. This is AM 800 and FM 102.3 WVAL.
And that's another station I don't hear very often at night. WVAL. 770 is usually New York. But they're playing Michael Jackson? Is New York playing Jackson? Michael Jackson? Let's check. How in the world will you dance in the public in the rain? Probably Cousin Brucey. Yep. Oh yeah, that's that. So New York is in. We got New York. The antenna's working. Zoomer. Here's Zoomer. Yeah, I used to live in St. Cloud too in 2015. I only lived in St. Cloud 1 year. And I was like 2 miles away from the this is like a running pattern with me. I live 2 miles away from the AM towers. Actually, I was so close to WJON, I could throw a stone and probably hit it in St. Cloud. That's how close I was to WJON in St. Cloud. My entire life I've lived near AM radio stations. I've worked for AM radio stations. I used to work in radio. I was a news director and then I was a DJ. I was a news director for almost 5 years. That's a tough job. Very tough job. A lot of stress.
For the Astros all year.
This
That's what he does.
Might be WOR or it could be.
Lineup, and then they get him out of there. And even though he had only given up one hit, like I said, he walked 3.
Not focused on the problems, Grand State.
This is
they were ready, willing, and able to go to the bullpen.
I forget the call sign.
He's another buddy. I think I've had Hector on my show once or twice. Stanek, Brown,
KCMO?
Montero,
Is that who this is?
The bullpen just allowed the Yankees absolutely nothing today. So the Yankees down 3-0. We'll see. Can they pull the miraculous?
But yeah, being a news director is a really tough job. Especially when you're the only person covering a market of 40,000 people. You can't do anything. You can't do everything. It's physically impossible to do every single thing, cover every single problem, accident. No, it's not W. That was KCMO.
1,200 people.
700 is WLW.
Mostly over the age of 60. To evaluate some of the originality and some of their profiles. So this
I don't like the Aurora. It seems to be getting better as we go along. Maybe it'll just be like a temporary thing. I'll try later tonight. If it's better later tonight, I'll set up the recording. But right now, it's just terrible. This is a terrible time to do a live stream in front of the world where you guys can laugh at my face for how bad my radio is. Laugh away. You can do it. You have the power. There's no cat behind me tonight.
I've done around this topic is that it's got to be concise and quick, but it has to be authentic and not necessarily original. Like, I don't know if you were swiping and someone used a Michael Scott quote from The Office, would you keep that?
Did Rick say something about my hat? Somebody said something about my hat.
A small factor joke, a favorite
Yeah, the Utes hat.
Something
it's
along
my alma mater,
the
man.
the most success in attracting attention. Isn't it wild that there are so many things going on your cell phone that
I don't think we're gonna get anything new tonight, guys. We're gonna call it a night at 9:15 here in about 3.5 minutes. I was so stressed out earlier before I started the stream because I couldn't figure out what was wrong with my antenna. It was that stupid connection on that damn Balun. 880 is going to be... Well, thanks, Rick. You would have forgotten. See how much you like it. How much you like me. guys. Yeah, thanks, Lloyd. I hope so too. Tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow sometime, I'm gonna double check things. The antenna was working fine this afternoon. It was working fine this morning, other than having to move the wire a different direction. So I don't know what happened. I'm gonna start a GoFundMe for a new pair of headphones, or just add it to my Christmas list. But the frequency of the week, as you can see on the bottom, is 930. I believe it's 891 for the international viewers. Correct me if I'm wrong, Lloyd. 891. Yeah, signals are down, the noise floor is high. I'm seeing that all over the place. Everybody's saying the same thing, so it's not just me. I don't feel special, which is okay. I don't need to feel special. 880 here is going to be WABC. Maybe.
Friday only indicted him on weapons possession charges.
Yeah, there's WABC is in there. If you haven't noticed, I'm on a New York City Kiwi that's helping me out. Figure that the New York stations. The other talker in there might be KRVN. I'm watching the chat, and if I'm looking down, I'm not looking down at you guys. I'm looking down at the chat. I have my phone right here. Don't have the big computer turned on tonight because I thought it was causing noise. No, it's just the band. Just the band tonight. Okay. Last minute, guys. Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. I have a local here, KTNF.
On AM 950 to bring you the latest
Appreciate you guys joining me. We'll try to do better next week. Hopefully I don't have any antenna problems next week. I got to get this thing ironed out. The band is really down tonight because of aurora conditions. We got a late start because I had antenna problems. Really sorry. Subscribe to this channel and hit the reminder button so you know when I go live. Appreciate everybody for subscribing. I'm very grateful for all of you guys' help. I wouldn't have gotten 1,100 logs without all of you guys. Thanks a bunch. We will see you when we see you next, hopefully next week sometime. Do you guys like the earlier time or the later time? Because I wanted to go at 7:55, but we weren't ready because of the stupid wire. So I think we're going to do the later time. The 8:55 that I normally used to do next week, if I can get things fixed. No promises, but follow me on EB Studios on Twitter if you have Twitter. The I Love AM Radio Facebook group, we're all there. Is where I mostly do my announcements and stuff like that. I don't normally like posting my logs there just because certain people, it's a long story. Anyway, I gotta get out of here. Appreciate you guys' help. Thanks. Sorry we're cutting it short tonight, but have a good evening. Have a good Sunday or Saturday night, and enjoy whatever you're drinking because I'm getting kind of bluegill over here. See you later.
Driving down the road at night, I'm alone with thoughts in my head. I know I'm somewhere in the old Southwest, and that it comforts me a beacon of red. I see the red light flashing ahead, sending signals to the stars above. Sound of voices from far away. Oh, I never could be my love. I listen to the radio. Listen to the radio.